We own nothing.
You can't as the person that you are right now.
Maybe you're the problem. Don't be mad, you asked for it.
Don't sit and wallow.
And it's out of your control.
I don't like it. Hi.
Hello. The hi and the laugh. I love your laugh.
Oh, thanks.
No.
Oh. Well, today we're talking about something that's a little close to home for us, and that's just sort of what happens when life gives you lemons, or, you know, something that you were planning on just doesn't work out.
And it's out of your control. You can't fix it.
Yeah. Well,
at the moment.
Yeah, a little bit out of your control, and just things kind of maybe go a little sideways, and you're like, what next?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So that could be anything from, like, if you have a life goal that you've been working towards that all of a sudden it's not working out. Maybe it's a career that you were planning on pursuing that you just can't seem to get on the path or get the education or whatever it is that you need. Like, things just don't seem to be falling into place, or maybe you had a relationship that fell apart and you're not counting on that happening. So sometimes this can be, a little bit out of your control, but there's always something that we can sort of do to, for lack of a better term, pivot.
Yep.
To sort of, recalibrate and kind of go from there. But we are in that position right now.
Yep.
So we had something that we were working toward,
Yep.
and it doesn't seem to be working out at the moment.
Yeah. So we always say, goal stays the same, just the way to get there changes. So that's what's happened. The goal is still going to be the same. Now we just got to find a better way, or a little bit push it back in a little bit different path to get there.
Right. It's like you don't change the destination, but sometimes the GPS reroutes you.
Side road.
Yeah.
Side
and,
mission.
yeah. And that's okay. That's okay. So we just added a few stops to our trip. But so I mean, that when that sort of happened, we'd been sort of gearing ourselves up for this, and made some major life changes for this. So living with family, getting rid of all of our stuff, like all these things, and now it's like
let's push back a couple years.
Yeah. So we have like time now. It's okay. What are we going to do now? So that's sort of like where we're kind of coming from with this is sort of what we've been doing to kind of help us reconfigure our life right now, because it's kind of like, well, if we're not doing this, what are we going to do? And where are we going to live? And all these things that we found ourselves like in this position that we were not expecting.
Yeah. So this is a good thing for everyone that's in their 30s and 40s too, because of this point, as long as we've been together and how much we've lived our lives, we are pretty much, we have a little bit of base. We have jobs, we have some, little savings, little random stuff, but we own nothing. Like, we really don't. So we're starting from nothing. So to be full disclosure and everything, just so people watching this, or watches any of the other videos or any other channels, like, this is from square one.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally like, we have to get every single thing and restart and do it. And it's not, we don't have, like, we're not, millions of dollars in the bank either. So this is going to be a venture.
Right.
And it's going to be awesome. I'm very excited about it because I like the fact that our plates are clean now. And now we get to just load them up and be more precise about it.
Right. Whereas before it was very much like, oh, we have this idea and we're just going to kind of figure it out as we go along. And, ultimately the decision is like, okay, if we did it that way, we would find ourselves probably hurting.
In a bad situation.
Yeah.
So
in a bad situation.
It happens. Things happen for a reason. We have to say that. Things happen for a reason, and we just, somewhere we weren't ready, and it was not going to be a good thing for us. So now we're going to go this route, right?
Right. So some things that you can do sort of to turn your lemons into lemonade. And that's really the basis of this video today, because that's basically what we're doing. It was kind of like we got a big fat no and denial and rejection. And then it was like, well, we can keep fighting it and kind of push ourselves further and further down, or we can step back, we can reassess everything, and then we can have an even more solid foundation when we go to do it again. And
so how did we come to that is where we're going, right?
Right.
And how do we make that decision of which one is the best route and how we're going to do everything?
Right. So our first was attack the problem, and this was yours because you
Yeah,
were like,
just-
attack it. And I was like, well, what if that's like, some the relationship ends, or
It doesn't matter. And I'm not meaning go beat it up. Like, don't think the problem, take your day out on it. As I've gotten older, I was very big when I was younger to be an avoidance person. Like, if I don't pay the bill, no one will really worry about it. It's not a one, I got the money, and if I'm dealing with it, or if there's a problem between me and a friend, and I don't really want to talk to them, it's gonna. And now I'm very much like, I want to pay the bill before it comes, and I want to talk to the friend as soon as I think there's something weird going on or something like that. For our scenario is the same thing. Like, okay, number one, what are our problems? What do we have? Let's sit down and go ahead and start dealing with it. Start putting the plan out. Start putting, attack it like that. Number one, you got to get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah. So you can actually make like a proper assessment of what's happening. So, and then like our next thing is like really lean into it. Like once you are like, okay, this is the issue. This is what needs resolving. Like now we got to start getting in there and really figuring out how to do that. And sort of like, and then you were talking about reverse engineering the scenario.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so this was our plan that we were going to try to do like on the fly right now. If we wanted to do this, like I think that it would take this amount of time, and within this amount of time, like going backwards, like we could handle all of these other things and get us into such a better place in order to, move forward and do it again, try to do it again.
Yeah, one of the best things I've ever heard is a lot of people overestimate how much they can do in 1 year and underestimate how much they can get in 5.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants everything right now, but if you just keep going, like you may not get that thing in a year, but you may get it in 2 or 3 that you would have never had if you stopped.
Right.
So I like to base things on like a 5-year plan. And I know that's very common, but 5-year plan, if you say, if we're going to be here in 5 years, what's the math, number one, break down in 5 years. What's it take? What's the steps it takes to get there? What are the things you got to do? Like, what if this person is here at the goal and we are here at the goal in this amount of time? Who are we and what do we look like and what does it take to build those people? And that's the reverse engineering that I take from it. So.
Yeah, and that's such a great perspective because a lot of things that you want to achieve in life, you can't as the person that you are right now.
That's right.
But the person that you
100%.
can be in 5 years absolutely can have that.
And that's why you don't have it now.
Yeah.
Because you're not the person.
Right.
That's what people forget. The reason you don't have the lottery and the shit going on in your life that you want because you're not that person. You're just not that person yet. You haven't earned it.
Right. So our next thing is reassess the situation, and if that means setting new plans, new goals, then absolutely do that. So if you kind of look at something and it's like, maybe it's just not going to work out, like maybe the relationship just isn't going to work out, whatever it might be, like you can set a new goal and you can reassess that, like maybe it's not something that ultimately is the best thing for you and what would be, and sort of, start to really change your thinking on it as well. Because especially if there's something that you have really had your mind set on for a long time, it can be hard to sort of separate yourself from something if it's not working out and sort of leaning into something that would be a better fit.
Definitely. If something's not working out, you have to assess it. Like you have to why is it not working out? Is it honestly something I'm causing? A lot of times you have to step out of your emotions and out of yourself. Because a lot of times the way you're looking at it is what's causing you the problem.
Right.
So change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. Same thing if I hate my job, let's start looking at it as you're lucky to have a job. My partner, I hate being with my partner. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe the only reason you hate being with your partner is because you feel like they're not letting you do stuff, so you're building that and you don't even know. Talk to them about it. Maybe if you sit down and talk to somebody and let it all out, and you'll see. And maybe it won't. Maybe it'll make it worse, but you won't know. There's things you're scared of or what's holding you back from everything you want.
Right, absolutely. And then you had also mentioned earlier, like, once you sort of figure out, like, okay, this is my next sort of plan, my next goal, or this is what I think I might do in order to work it out, like, you have to set new systems in place, because even if the goal hasn't changed, it's the same thing, then you have to reassess, like, okay, what I've been doing isn't working, didn't
100%.
work. So what do I need to be doing in order to make this work?
100%.
And be 100% honest, because, and
Yep.
this kind of goes back to like reassessing the situation for us, like, and realizing that we were in the position that we were because of our own
Our own decisions.
decisions. Because hindsight's 20/20, and we're like, oh God, if I had seen that we were going to try to do this, a couple of years ago, then probably would have done things a little differently. But now that we can foresee an actual goal and be like, okay, now we really have it locked in. Now we are in a better position to create those systems for ourselves in order to actually attain that goal.
100%.
And so I think a lot of people don't realize that, like, how important systems are, because I feel like this is something newish that people are talking about, is systems and having systems in place, not just in business, but in your life, and how incredibly helpful they can be.
Sorry, that was super distracting.
Try not to flash the camera.
What's up? No, you're completely right. And I mean, I think you just need systems to stay organized. And I think it's something that, successful people, wealthy people, and all, they already do this. They've done this for a long time. Because this is what creates your discipline, your diligence, and the way to just do things. But you can create a system, you just got to stick with it too. That's a big one. Mm-hmm. You can create a budget, but if you don't stick with it, it was pointless. It wasn't even a budget, it was an idea.
Right. I like it when we sit down to do budgets and it's like,
I know you do.
Okay, this is how much we spend, this is how much we bring in. That's the number, and then we're like, go about our day.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of like a whiteboard in the house. Even so, she don't like them because they're not aesthetically pleasing. If I could, I would have a whiteboard everywhere you see it. So no matter what your decisions are, it's always in your head. Because the same thing, a lot of people will write problems down, or budgets, or systems, or a good way to fix stuff, and things that they really care about, and they'll shut it in a book and put it in somewhere. And guess what? That did nothing. It worked for one day, and then tomorrow you're hungry. Next thing you know, you go there, your budget's off. Or you don't go work out because, I forgot I had to handle that. But if it was a giant whiteboard somewhere, granted, you were supposed to be a responsible enough adult, but let's be real, most of us aren't. So that whiteboard will tell you every single, when you're sitting on the couch instead of playing video games, it says, do your shit you gotta do. Get up and do it.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of that.
If we could find a more aesthetic way of doing it, I'd be okay with that.
No, we wouldn't.
We had the whiteboard.
Didn't work.
And then I think the last thing that we really need to remember is like just having that positive attitude. Like everything does happen for a reason, and having a new goal in mind or reassessing that goal and trying to get excited about like, okay, it didn't work this time, but now I know a little bit better and know a little bit more, that I can use that knowledge and like set up my new systems and like go forward and like have that more positive mindset about it now. Like don't sit and wallow in it, because like I feel like I did that for like a week, and then I got sick, and then it was like, now I'm sick and wallowing, and and it's not helpful, it's just added stress or whatever. But then it's sometimes you have to kind of lean in and feel the emotion for a minute, and then you pull yourself out and then realize, okay, we got to change it up, and that's okay. Like we're gonna figure it out, and whatever it is that we do, I know it's gonna be amazing because I'll be with you. But I mean, it's obviously, it can be disappointing. Things can be disappointing, a little heartbreaking when they don't work out. But you don't know if it's because something better is coming. You know what I mean? Like, so you want to make sure that you have, the positive outlook on it.
Yeah, and you're one that made me realize more that the universe works off vibrations. So if you're going to have that negative, shit's falling apart, things are bad, sourness all the time, you'll attract sourness. Mm-hmm. Like that's how that works. And I've become more of I become a believer of that, but I'm very big on trying to stay positive. I'm very big on not trying to get stressed, because no amount of stress has ever solved the problem.
Yeah.
When you get stressed, it doesn't help. I understand your loud emotions. You can get angry and stressed and sad, and you get your 5 minutes and you go about your day, because what that's doing is if you continue those emotions, they're wasting your time, and you could have spent happy, productive, and trying to achieve stuff. So don't ever look at an obstacle, in a bad way. Always look at it as some obstacle you got as a new opportunity to show you how much you can do.
Yeah, obstacles are opportunities.
Yeah, like don't, like somebody else, like Seth Ferrari says, you don't got problems, you just got more work.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I don't like it.
It's true though. Don't look at things as a problem, you just got more work to handle. That's just exactly what it is. And work is not a bad thing. Also, the other one we just learned is don't get mad for the responsibilities you ask for. Mm-hmm. When you want to do something cool and you want to do something other people can't do, and you start working at it and you find out it's hard, don't be mad you asked for it. Now this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
So do those things.
Yeah, 100%. And when we were going through the process, it was like, a lot of people don't do this. They don't get this
Because,
far.
yeah.
And so, like, and you were always very, like, we're just going to see what happens. Like, it's going to, we'll see what happens. And I was like, yay, this is awesome. And so when it didn't work out, it was like, I go from here to here.
Well,
And now I'm back up here, and now we're waiting for more news. And you're like, I'll get excited and I'm already like, yay,
I'm always like that. That would go with our tattoos, though.
I know.
That's why
I
we
hope for
have
the best, and you prepare for the worst, and
Yep.
that's why we work so well together. But
And I let you ride your thing, and I also don't. I try not to shoot you down and make you feel bad, but I'm always like even right now with the things we have going on, and there's some things in the air that are probably 95% going to work. But I'm like, you know what? It's not sealed until it's done and the papers and stuff in our hands.
yeah,
So don't get excited because some shit could go awry somewhere. Because in my life, that's been my experiences. It's like anytime I got really high stuff would be either not what I thought it was or just not work. So I'd always just wait and be like, that was expected, but cool, it's working out. Or cool, we just got to do this.
yeah,
To me, that helps me in my stress level where I'll flip out and
yeah.
kick things over.
That's me.
No, you just get mad, look at me.
I know. But yeah, hopefully, these are some things that maybe can help you if you are currently in a situation where you're like, oh my fucking God, like this did not work out at all how I thought it was going to. I have no idea what I'm going to do now. And it's like you're in that moment and you just need a little bit of something to help pull you out and maybe give you a little bit of guidance and a little bit of advice, and just know that you are not alone, because we are right there with you.
I feel like everybody's like that right now because of the way everything costs and the price of everything.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, what am I going to do? A steak is $97.
Yeah, don't eat steak.
Steak. But anyway, yes, if you have anything that you want to add or anything, questions at all, or anything at all, any video ideas or any question, anything you're going through in life,
Yeah, drop us a
know.
comment. Let us know. We
Let us
want to.
know.
We want to hear from you.
yeah.
We want to know, what are you going through right now, or maybe you're not. Maybe you have some advice for someone that is going through something, or us, because we're going through something.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.
Yes. Lemonade.
Lemonade.